So this message is specifically for parents who are breaking the cycle of spanking, screaming, who have been attempting to break the cycle for quite some time, but they're still noticing the same patterns looping over and over and over again. I want to give you one of the biggest parenting hacks that's going to help you to experience more peace in parenthood and break these cycles. So you are not going to experience peace in parenthood consistently until you change your relationships with triggers. So right now, if you're watching this video, right now you're at a place where some of you are at a place where there's a shift happening, and you're shifting from your relationship with triggers being one where you run from them, you fear them, you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my God, I don't want to be triggered by these children at all. You're like, there's this relationship that you're shifting from with triggers where when you're triggered, you project it onto others. Instead of feeling your emotions, you spew it onto your children through spanking, screaming, etc., or you suppress it through, binge watching TV, alcohol, whatever, right? This is the old paradigm. You're shifting from this to a relationship where you are excited about the triggers, you look forward to them, you revel in them, you bask in that sensation. You know that sensation you feel when you're triggered? It's just like, ugh, right? It's like you just feel it. It just feels so icky, right? Well, now you're shifting to a period of your life where you bask in it, you feel it, you fully feel all of it. You sit with whatever is coming up, right? And as a result of that, you are also entering a period of your life where you're able to, while you're feeling your emotions, you're also able to be more acutely aware of the negative thought forms that accompany them, right? And you're like, wow, and as all of that is dissolving through your awareness, as you sit with it all, you start to be able to then take action and speak to your child and parent your child from that which remains, right? From the love, the peace, the compassion, the natural genius and intelligence that is present when those negative thought forms and those emotions that you are suppressing or preventing yourself from feeling, when all of that stuff is taking over, when the anger and the rage is basically hijacking you because you're not sitting with it, being aware of it and fully feeling it and releasing it, all of those things that you used to do when you were not fully feeling your emotions, all that stuff is like all those actions, all of those things that you say and do that you regret after, all of that is going bye-bye to the degree that you give yourself permission to feel all of it fully. And so what's happening now is that you're witnessing yourself operate in ways that even blow your own mind. You're witnessing yourself love yourself to the point where you're giving yourself the time and space to fully feel and regulate. And now and because of that, your reward, the beautiful reward, is that you are giving yourself permission to show up as who you truly are, who you've become, right? You're no longer acting in the ways that you did when you were a teenager, a toddler, 21, 22 years old. You're no longer hyper reactive. You're no longer a slave to other people's behaviors and attitudes and moods and what they do or do not do, right? Instead, because you're fully feeling everything that comes up within you, you're clear and you're able to respond to life, to give to life from the energy and the vibe that you want to create your life and relationships from, right? Instead of feeling like you are a victim and feeling as though you can only respond with anger because the other person is reacting with anger, or that you can only respond with hatred because the other person is putting that towards you, right? You're no longer playing tit for tat. You've expanded beyond that game. And now you are able to just create without fear and with intelligence. And it's more of an adventure now, a fun adventure, parenthood and life in general. So again, this is what's available for all of you, for everybody, for all of us, but it's not going to happen unless we give ourselves permission to change our relationship with triggers. And it really is all about you just giving yourself permission, and doubling down on your commitment and devotion to fully feeling whatever comes up within you. It takes practice for a lot of us, especially since a lot of us did not grow up in households where we watched adults sit with their emotions, feel their emotions, and take 1,000% accountability and responsibility for what was happening within their inner world, right? A lot of us grew up around people in a society that blames everything for why they feel how they feel, and blames everybody for why they do what they do, right? And so you are shifting from that, and you are quantum leaping into a timeline, if you will, where you are free and experiencing parenthood from that freedom of free from feeling like you have to give your time and energy to these negative thoughts, and you have to let emotions and negative thought forms dictate and determine what you do. You are free. And so yeah. And that freedom, again, will not be fully experienced and realized by you if you do not give yourself permission to sit with and feel the emotions that arise throughout the day. So that's why parenthood is so powerful. These children are able to just trigger everything that needs to be triggered for us to heal. All that stuff has got to come up. It's got to be felt. It's got to be felt. And it benefits us tremendously to let our children just naturally be themselves and do what they do, and let the triggers in parenthood be the medicine that they can be once we give it permission to be that for us, okay? So yeah, my name is Michelle Bowen. I'm a parent empowerment coach. And if you are ready to break cycles of spanking and screaming, or better yet, if you've been attempting to do that for a long time now, but you still notice tons of cycles still looping over and over and over again, then I'm here to support you. Book a call.